What if there's more to YouTube than just viewers and subscribers? What if you are looking for something beyond applying to the YouTube Partner Program where you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch hours? That takes some time to get to that level before you can even apply, and then you need to wait even longer to be accepted. Well, you can start generating sales right now with your very first video. You don't need to wait for that milestone in order to start generating leads that convert to sales on autopilot. In fact, that's what I'm going to talk about today is how you can use YouTube as a conversion tool. If that sounds of interest, let's get to it. YouTube isn't like all the other social media platforms. YouTube is a search engine, and therefore it works for you 24/7 if you set it up the right way in order to make that happen. I'm going to share with you my 3-step system that got me to over 100,000 views on my channel. If you want to go ahead and download my 100,000 view blueprint, the link is in the description. Go ahead and click that and download it now. It's a free resource. So here's my 3-step system. We talk about views, right? Noisy. So we want to look at views. That's the number one thing. Views is an indicator on your YouTube channel and your videos to indicate that it's actually being pushed out to the ideal clients that the YouTube algorithm thinks it's ideal for. That's why it's so important to plan out your videos, going through all the steps in order to optimize your video, and it's targeting the right audience that you want to see it. So views is going to be a really critical step in order to make this whole system work. So focusing on views with each one of your videos is going to be the top priority. So keep that in mind when you're creating your videos and you're publishing them. Make sure that you're looking at what's the ideal day and time of day to be posting your videos so that you can maximize the opportunities to reach as many people as possible, especially in those first 24 hours. Views is the indicator that it's being pushed out to the right audience. The only thing is that this is not something that's within your control. It is to a certain degree based on the information that you're including in your video, what your title is, what your thumbnail is, what your hook is, what the contents of your video are. That's going to help maximize the number of views that you can get. But ultimately, that's at the discretion of the algorithm. So you just need to make sure that you're keeping up with the algorithm changes. But the good thing is, right now, that YouTube is actually focusing on new channels and small channels. So if you're a small channel creator, then now is a really great time to focus on videos and getting them out onto your channel. If you're starting your channel right now, you couldn't be starting at a better time. Okay, now that you've got the views, the next 2 things are within your control. And this is where planning really comes into play as well. In order to leverage YouTube as a conversion tool, once you have your views, you're going to want to convert those views into leads. And how you do that is through the context of your video and by including a link in your description that you'll need to refer to in your video like I did in this one. When you do that, people click on it. It could be a free resource. It could be a low ticket offer. It could be a mini course, something like that that's going to help people say yes to taking that next step based on the views in the video content that you're sharing with them. That's going to increase the opportunities that they're going to say, yes, I want whatever this is that you're offering. This is where it becomes a really powerful email list builder as well. Once they're on your list and you've generated this lead, that's where it's now in your hands. But here's the thing, you've got this piece, and as long as you've outlined your entire process ahead of time, that's going to make this next step of generating sales a lot easier. So really what you need to do is reverse engineer what you're selling, how you can create a lead magnet of some sort to include in your video so that when you're getting those views, you're going to increase the chances of people clicking the link that's going to generate the leads. And then your call to action or the information that you have here is going to increase the number of sales that you're generating. These 3 actually work really well together. So views go to leads, leads go to sales, and then your sales you can talk about in your videos that are going to increase views of your future videos. If you downloaded my 100K views blueprint, it includes my 5-step strategy that's going to help you build your 3-step system. And I am all about simplifying. So it is something that's going to get you started and something that you can implement with your very next video. Here's one thing I do need to enforce. You do need to plan out your videos ahead of time. And the reason being is that you need to understand when it's going to be the best time to mention your lead magnet and encourage the most people as possible to download it. And here's a hint. The earlier in the video that you mention it, the higher the likelihood that people are going to click on it, which is going to increase the leads that you're generating and really help you create this conversion tool from YouTube. This is just the beginning of my series on how to leverage YouTube as a conversion tool. So if you like this type of content, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you know when new videos are uploaded every week. Now that we've talked about YouTube as your conversion tool, go ahead and watch this video next because I've created a very comprehensive video on how you can go about planning your videos to make sure that you're including all of those key components that are really important to include in your video to make this conversion tool work for you on autopilot 24/7.